Hello, guys. We are a bit late today, so we'll be starting directly from the games. And yeah, let's go for glory once more. But I don't have the luxury of not having classes for on the next day. So hopefully another short tournament this time, another flag fest, and we'll quickly move on to the in-game chess com as the game has begun and. The playlist will join us shortly. First, we start with the games, and then we start with the music. So it's going to be. I have no. I wasn't expecting, but let's follow the world champion. I wasn't expecting this opening. Just to be clear, and just so that I don't get misinterpreted, this is called the Martial Defense, guys. And for A4, we go Bishop B7 in the style of the world champion, Magnus Carlsen, and here, knight bd2, rook e8 was played in the match, and my opponent doesn't even play knight bd2. So what's the logic here? Until music starts, you have to, go with the sound of my voice as music. So c3, and also Arena Kings is so fast paced, so we have to do things with a good deal of energy and quickly. Okay, let's come here. c3, I'll just go knight d7, so we get the knight to c5, and hopefully some knight into a4. Long-term aficionados of chess who might remember that Nihal also plays this opening quite a bit. So something's so let's see. Takes rook into 8, queen into 8, d4, and now ed cd, and I have to come back with the knight. That doesn't look desirable. So for d4, I'll just come back knight d7. He doesn't play that. b4. We are in the main line actually. b4, b into c3, b into c3, queen a1. He'll go knight c4 here. Okay, he doesn't do that. This knight is attacked. He attacked my knight. He was first. So takes knight d7, all logical moves. Knight f1, queen a1. We don't allow this bishop to move. And we also attack the c3 pawn. And after this move, I think kind of safe from getting a worse position from the opening. Of course, my incredible talent allows me to mess up the game from any situation, but at least not from the opening, which feels terrible that you were never in the game. So he takes, I take, he takes, I take. Okay, he doesn't take, so I put my knight on c4, and potentially this bishop onto a6. He wants to start with a draw. What should we do, guys? I do the audience poll. Draw लेना है या नहीं? Okay, this rook is protected, so for now, let's continue. If things get worse, then we'll beg for a draw. Meanwhile, my wonderful multitasking ability also allowed me to put on some music as the game was on. Thank you guys, and you're welcome. You no longer have to just tolerate with my voice as music. Let me just prevent any incursions with the knight, and let's keep this guy safe, yeah? The only unprotected person in the kingdom of black pieces. So I have picked up the speed a bit, and from here on it's just going to be this speed. Such speed, if you feel it's getting too fast, set the playback in 0.5x. Not going to worry about blenders, not going to worry about quality. It's just going to be fighting flag with flag. Like, so bishop b3, he wants some c4, yeah? Yeah. In the midst of talking too much, sometimes good moves also help. So g5 is just one of these flagger moves, It's a bad move, okay? Something I would never play in a game with more time, but it just makes him think a bit. and that is what we are trying to accomplish here. So kids and those who are watching, do not try this in a classical OTB game. In Arena Kings, it's not a bad thing to do. So gave up a pawn for no good reason. Even in Arena Kings, it's a bad strategy. It probably shows that I'm just getting warmed up. And just playing random aimless moves here. But fast. Now we are in a position with opposite color bishops. It's actually pretty holdable as black. We'll take this also, so that we frustrate him by flagging in an opposite color bishop push. No. All the flagging done to me has to be answered back. Yeah. 1 point. Now I'll go really deep with the king, so there is no repetition. One more, just to prevent this primo thing. Yeah. Just for fun, just to give back what has been dished out to me for several Arena Kings. And also for him to remember that, no matter what he does, he's not going to survive on the clock against me. Pavel Tregubo, he's the head of the Global Strategy Commission, and someone who is actually a pretty strong grandmaster himself, the husband of Alexandra Kostyniuk, who is one of the best in the world. And so far he has me under some pressure. I can play knight d4. Not sure if what he's playing is sound or not. But like me and all others who have gone through the Arena Kings format, he understands that speed is the need. Very awkward play by me, because he gets e5 with tempo. So this is a smart move by him. C into d5, he has e5. And I'm in some trouble. I need to try and hold the position, survive with white, try to get a decent position. I can go knight f5, then he gets d4. This is his plan. Pretty good plan, actually. Come on, I don't want to lose against this guy. Okay, fine. Let's just play fast and hope that online chess happens to him. Okay. Since the question is sort of hopeless, speed is what we have. Why didn't I take this? Because I was thinking about something completely irrelevant in my mind. Why was I doing that? That I don't know. Yeah, he can take this. Nothing is happening. I should resign this game and start a new one. Keep my ego aside. Be the... Let him win this one. He'll come back next time. Tunica XID from Russia. Did he say Halloweeny? Where have I heard that before? Stonewall. It's not the notebook, guys. This is the Stonewall. Again, people who have been around for a while would get that inside joke. Okay, so getting back, where were we earlier? We completely forgot about which topic we were talking about earlier. Night before attacking the spawn, you want to get maximum pressure on C6. You know, the pressure should be so much that it should be the kind of pressure that people put on the Indian cricket team. Now the A7 pawn is okay, but we need to watch out for this backrank stuff, so just in case, you know. B4 would be a nice improving move, but let's not do that for now. Just wait around a bit. It's also an option to... Achha, this one is the idea. I also bring my queen forward then. Okay, now the gentlemanly thing would be to resign, and this is irrespective of gender, I'm saying. So, you know, let's save each other time. Good. Cool stuff. Okay, next game. Okay, chess queen. How many times am I going to play people from the same family? I don't know if I want to play this Queen's Indian Defense, but okay. You got in here. Queen's Indian Defense against the chess queen. Not sure if B4 is the way to go. But again, okay. It would have been good to have this knight on C3. But what I'm playing is so utterly confusing that and this is a blender. It's a blender, but okay. It was played at a scary enough pace to be able to bluff my opponent, and this was not played in a scary enough pace, so we'll take this and say thank you. And next, possibly this. But okay, knight c5, queen into b6, knight into a4 traps my queen nevertheless. So knight c5, I have to go queen f4, and then she takes this pawn on a4, and then this knight comes to c3. It's highly annoying when you outcalculate your opponent and then they have something that saves them. And then this knight c3 also allows knight e2 check. So, क्या करें? What do we do now? Let's do a prophylaxis. Yeah. It's time to... Sometimes you have to look ugly and defend stuff. Can't look pretty all the time. Okay, she wants G5. Let's go back with the knight for now. So the queen has some breathing space. The knight can get access to greener pastures in the future. And let's see. With Alexandra, it's also important to keep your pace going. She's also quite reasonably fast. Takes and I have a pawn down. I need to try and so it would be pretty easy for her to just roll down those pawns. And I have nothing against knight c3 and knight e2 check. Knight c3 I have to go bishop f3. But at least I had this move. And now I have rook b3, so I gotta go rook a1 just in case there is no tactics. Can try some bishop g4 next move. Okay, e3 is the only move. Next move can try some bishop g4. Okay, knight e2 check is a threat. Defend it instantly. It's a very viable strategy to flag here actually. Time difference is sufficient. I need to keep making decent moves, that's not a blunder. Keep trying to set her with some problems, pose her with problems, and she defended it with the last move. Knight e2 is a threat, is it? Oh, okay, she didn't see that. Fully attacking this. Is my queen getting trapped after g4 or something? I hope not. So we're just setting her with problems, playing fast, and I can take this and go bishop e2, so that's one option. I can just go knight f5. I think knight f5 kind of keeps the problems, it gives her more headache. So let's do that. Let's change the attack direction a bit. Just a little bit. Okay. I think she'll take with the rook, then I go queen d6. Oh, then g4 is handy, so let's keep things different for now. And I think this should work. I think she's also happy to get the queens off the board, so she has less things to worry about with less time. Yes, at least someone in the family avenged. Janu is in the chat. Oh, welcome. Should I mod her as well? H4, what did we see? F6 is a move here. Then there is queen e6, there is a5. Everything is good. I'm just going to play a5. King Kong, you might need to work a bit harder for that matchup. Like the King Kong character in the movie, I'm not sure if you will be able to get what you want. At least not that easily. Wait, what? Janvi is Ishan? Really? Is it like some kind of a Chachi 420 storyline? Storyline? That makes sense on a whole lot of counts. First of all, cha-cha can be chachi, and there is also a song, the lyrics of which would fit perfectly in this context from the movie. Hollow to salt. How much can the poor E5 pawn take? Need to play faster also. Taller, stronger, faster. 30 seconds for this move, which I could have actually played in 5 seconds. But that is the life of old men. F3 takes bishop into e5. I have no clue what I'm going to do, but a person can bluff. That is allowed. And also, it's not always a useful thing to find the best move for your opponent and then worry about what to do in this format. That is a very classical chess format habit, which is not useful against noobs. The idea of e4. King b1, I go rook a8. Also, I can also keep the rook like this. Ultimately, we have to give blood to the pieces, you know. Keep the circulation of the pieces going. They need to have that mobility for that, because pieces also, it's very similar to our human nervous system. Take this, or should I just play e4? Queen c4 check, king h8, bishop is attacked, and if he plays bishop g7 check, queen g7, then we have mating chances. So let's try queen c4, king h8. No idea what. I think he stopped his calculation with queen c4 check. Rook e2 he has, but rook e2 there's rook f1 check. Bishop d4 is a good move. I should have seen this in advance and had a reply ready. That was not an ideal decision by me. Rook into e4, I can still take queen h4. But also I can do this. This rook is attacked. F6. Okay, from now on it's going to be flaggers. Just protecting this. Giving me unpleasant threats to defend, because I don't have time. Neither does he though. Knight is attacked. Oh, so yes, it was a good way to finish. I miss those good old times when AD would come onto your chat. now would be a good time for him to be on the chat. But again, now is not the time you would expect him to be on an YouTube chat, having recently been married and all at 11:50. Which brings a question that I've been wanting to ask you guys for a long time. I'll phrase it I'll try to phrase it in a nice way, and then I'll put it as a poll. I wasn't quite expecting that. What am I doing though? Still equal position after my opponent started with 1b3. Okay. Now we go for an all-out assault, which didn't work out. If only I had one more extra. Next one he wants bishop c4 and I'm not able to stop that. I'll just put my queen on e5 for now. Now don't ask me why I'm smiling like that. And I know that Anshika will next second type that exact same thing. Why are you smiling? Instead of asking, you can try guessing. This is what happens to these B3 people. Okay. If you find the chess part of this boring, then you have a very interesting poll that you can answer, give your opinion on, and all the related things. The best answer will be presented as a gift for AD in a frame in his reception. That might happen someday. I said smile only, no? Did I say laugh? Kiati, please ask about Discord questions to Ishan, who is the biggest pro in Discord ever since the invention of Discord. And even the Microsoft tech team, it has grown to such a point that they consult Ishan when they have problems that goes beyond their capacity. So he's the person who can tell you everything about Discord and Microsoft and any tech related stuff. He's also a pro at human emotions. Just a bit weak when it comes to his selection of openings in chess, but he more than makes up for it with the rest of the things. Yeah, it was a nice flag with 1 minute to spare, and 2 points to, sorry, 1 piece. Kevin top. I don't want to allow him to play e5, so I go d4 myself. So there is a stream I did with Mikasa some time ago about how to use Discord. Maybe Mikasa can post that link here for the benefit of Kyati and all the others. Go there, like that stream, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, so more people can get to know how to use Discord, those who did not know. That is how we develop knowledge and wisdom around the world these days, you know. All the past advice like read books and stuff, it has become so outdated. The modern version of it, like the stream, and then more people will get recommended, and you know, you have done a good thing in life. Then you have spread around knowledge and wisdom, and also made people feel better. So it's a very it's a very noble thing to do. E3 means knight into e3, and then we have knight a4. This is a nice little trap, but he has this lucky move knight into g2. If it ended there, my opponent wouldn't have seen, and I would have confidently played it. But now we need to play knight e4. Can I take this? I can. Should I take this? I should. But should I take it now? Maybe I shouldn't. Oh man, if life had such easy answers to everything. G5 I have queen into g4. Thank you, Katy. Have you also followed me on Twitter and Instagram, and of course you joined my Discord. That much has been established by now. So what else is there? Then have you bought my Chessable? Not bought my Chessable, but you can check out my short and sweet. I can do e3, right? Why did I allow this though? I shouldn't have, but okay. Every man is allowed one foolish mistake. This is what Don Corleone once quoted to Tom Hagen. This is not even a foolish mistake. It actually worked out to be a trap. So, yeah, that's the link. And our streak keeps growing. It's the 5th win in a row. And, we are having a fun time. We are having a good time. Life's good. I hope. Okay, Cathy. I think you need a rehabilitation camp. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Rehabilitation as in for education, chess education. Sometimes people do get misguided. Oh, like I did in this game. I have a lost position after 10 moves. And in such cases, education is the only thing that can help and cure. So for starters, it's bot, and then secondly, I think the word you're trying to type is Catalan, not B3. Spelling is wrong. But yeah, it's normal. I don't mean to be a grammar Nazi. Sometimes we all make such spelling mistakes. Sometimes it's such a deviation that it goes from, you know, B3 to Catalan. and sometimes it's the opposite. It goes from Catalan to B3. These kind of confusions happen all the time. Happens to me too. Happened even to Divya, when she mixed up those two openings. So don't worry about it. Education will set everything right. If you ever have a confusion about the spelling of Catalan, or just check out Anshika, who's like the model citizen when it comes to internet, Discord, YouTube. I think I had Knight G4 here, yeah. Maybe he doesn't mind that. He played this after a 51-second thing. All this time when I was talking about complete nonsense like 1B3. Yeah, I think he's completely okay after Knight G4, Queen G5, Knight F2, King E1, Knight H1, and he has Bishop E5. I get mated, and we don't want to get checkmated. In chess, that's the worst thing that can happen. Second worst thing that can happen. The first one being offering a draw and being declared as lost. So let's refrain from that and try to keep the game going. Hope is a good thing, and that's one thing we should never let go of. Okay, I've stopped reading the chat. It's kind of affecting my game too now. A lot of bad comments in the chat. Bad chat. Okay, now I'm in such humongous trouble. Should probably resign this game. That was embarrassing. And also I spent a lot of time in losing that. Mr. Tregobo is still with 6 points. What happened? Good old martial defense. I don't quite remember the theory here. But this should be okay. This knight c3, cancel. Yeah, I'll get d6 and b5 and normal position. I didn't even need to play d6. Okay. Okay, we have the pair of bishops. It's bishops versus the crazy knights. Some trouble for black here, but I think nothing too unmanageable. So annoying to get these black games once in a while. If only I could live in a world where I play with the white pieces in all the games. No, that's a mistake we all do. I should also be sleeping by this time. Yet here we are. Oh, this is a devilish trap. I cannot play queen c2 because of knight f6 check. I'll have to move my queen to an undesirable square. But still the position is quite solid. Knight e7, he just goes queen. I need to pose him with some problems. He's having it too easy. How do we do that? Let's say I go knight e7, queen h5, f5. And after knight d2, I think I have queen d5. b4 also I have queen d5. I bet he didn't see that. We have an extra pawn. Queen comes to f7 next to me. So that turned out to be fruitful. Can I just take this too? I think I can. Then I come back. Now c6 is an option. Then I give up this. Let's go to d5. Knight e6, I don't know what I'm going to do. But he takes with the bishop. Good. Oh, yeah. Nothing's happening. This I missed. This hasn't worked out well for me. Need to be a bit more careful. Takes rook c8. Should d6, I'll go king f6. Takes rook c6. I think the position is sort of under control. The knight will move around in the light squares. Not sure how to evaluate that, to be honest. We play g4, no doubt. I think I win one of the pawns, but king's position is a bit annoying. Maybe he'll go b4 here. And then b3, then I'll take this pawn. Of course I'll take this pawn. What do you think? Then I'll take on f3. Interesting little move. Should have played this faster. Oh, he resigned. Nice. That felt good. Wonderful time. Very annoying guy. My streak is just 1 game old. A very annoying game as in chess wise, you know. In general is this, I don't know how to react to this, to be honest. Now he plays f5. Okay. He seems to be pretty comfortable here. Take this. If he takes with the f pawn, I'll play bishop g4. If he takes with the d pawn, that's really what I want. The hope is that he might overextend himself a bit. It's only a hope though. FE bishop g4, and I don't see a good way to continue after he defends the pawn. Yeah, I was expecting this. Queen f2, bishop h2, and king f1, rook f8. But I'm not sure if this is the best way for him. Also, it might be worth considering king into h2. No, not really. King f1, rook f8, I have bishop f5, and now he has bishop g3. Not sure if he had seen that. I think this is the only move anyway. X and now CD. Finally, this bishop will see some light. Queen h6, not a bad move. Do I have any? So I think I can go. Or can I just go DC? Knight into e6, I have d5 check. Queen into e6 also have d5 check, so I can. Queen f6, I'll play rook e2. Sorry, I mean Queen f6 check, king e2 only go. Bishop g3, rook f1. Queen f6, and now he takes knight e6, rook f1 first, and next move I have d5 check. This is the point. Allowing this queen f6 was a bit risky, but you gotta take these chances like dc6 when they appear, Otherwise they don't. Queen f6 check, king e2. Now rook f1. That's my point. The idea of d5 check. It took 44 seconds for that move. Wow. Yeah. Now he takes this, yeah. Complex position. We'll keep this pawn. Bishop f4. King's safety is a bit of concern. Next one on g3. He gets a lot of pawns though. e3 is there. G into f4, queen c2 check, king into e3, queen b2, f5 check, d6. Okay. Rook f1 is queen e3 mate. Guess I gotta go this direction. Sacrifice the whatever it was. Will I be able to flag it? Ah! Oh my god, I got flagged instead. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. Against this guy, it happens all the time. He just has more practice on this interface. Full 6 minutes for the 0 points. Very expensive. This wouldn't happen in a game with increment though. But due credit to him, he was faster when it mattered. And he gets owned by Hikaru all the time, so imagine how Hikaru would crush me in a similar situation. Yeah, it's like a food chain, and I played like a sheep in the last part. He kind of does it habitually to me, so it's mainly a difference in skill. Queen C2 I missed. I looked at all these other moves and I missed Queen C2. Okay, I get a bunch of points as compensation. Fourth pawn. But king has no safe place to go. This knight is very useful if he plays if he takes the knight, yeah. Shivalo. Not what I wanted him to play. Okay, still this rook is out of the game, so we should try to exploit that and then protect this. Queen e6 this king g7. He can just take the headson pawn though. Then I'll push this pawn. Queen e7 check this king h6. So I'm not gonna take this, but h4 check is a threat we have to deal with. Like the this is defended actually. So should we play something like rook f8, h4, king g4, rook f8, rook f8, queen g6, king f4? Why not? Not like it's some important classical game, yeah. And bishop h5, gh5, rook g3 is going to be interesting. King h4, rook g8, then queen f2, king h2, and I might lose that one. Okay, am I rendering something? Yeah, just here I can take rook into f3, rook into f3, and I don't know what then. Rook g3 check, after this he would never lose. But to be honest, a draw would be a good result for me from the question that I found. And absolutely can't be greedy here. Let's try. Queen d7 check, king h4. I think I'll get mated here. Rook h3. Yeah, only more for me. Rook g3, nice one. No option but to defend like this. Rook is also lost, okay. Okay, that was sad. I need to get back here. Am I energetic though? That's okay. Gender is very confusing these days. It can get very confusing. So just to clarify, just to clear the air, I prefer the he/him pronoun. No space to put it on my bio. Music volume is too low, really? Is that the mass opinion? It's a good one, Mikasa. I think that should be the answer where we end this poll. And I have lost concentration a bit after that. Loss against. I forgot against who. Wonderful time. The most. The player with whom I have the worst score in the history of Seven Kingdoms. It's a bit like Braun, you know. He's very tricky. He has his. I shouldn't have allowed this. Oh! I cancelled that primo in the last minute. I have let this question also slip. It's amazing how one bad game can have a cascading effect, a domino effect. I have 7 out of 11, not a bad score. But okay. This game hasn't been great so far. Likely to be a pawn down here. I think I'll regain this pawn. But it's just a pawn. It's not just a pawn that I'm down. Okay, this knight e5 is probably not the best one. Knight c5, and I'll just defend this. Knight d3 check, I have knight d3, so this is safe, and this also shouldn't be anything to bother about. It's a bit debatable from him, but it looks okay. Not sure if he wants this. I missed e5 check. I think bishop d7 should be good for me here. I'm not sure. Try it out. I've seen enough to be convinced. And I also want king e6, but I was hoping for this precisely. This, my friends, is actually a very instructive motif in the porn games. Actually, if you had played H5, I would have had nothing. So this was a big gamble from my part. My opponent is too disappointed to even resign instantly. This slowdown is actually a very misleading name, I think. I think my opponent is pretty decent. This bishop would have been better placed on e2. I don't know why I put it on d3. But okay, the middle game we have is not at all bad, and not much time spent on the opening so far, so that's also a good thing. Now queen d2, bishop e2. This weakens the d6 pawn. Yeah, rook d1. I'll get this rook to c1. This bishop can go to a3 or maybe a4 a5 first. Go knight e4 just to bother him. Her. Does she have the Crazy Knights logo? Is that the Crazy Knights? Bye bye Num Num. This doesn't feel like it should be good for her. Feels like a move played with feeble hope rather than firm conviction. I want to take the d5 pawn. Retreat once. Pawn is ours. The knight on d5. Actually, I may have let that pawn escape. Survive. But that's out of kindness, guys. It's purely out of kindness. The king sometimes is fearless and sometimes is just benevolent. And here I chose to be benevolent. Look at this dominant bishop on d5. Looks beautiful, no? Okay, this certainly wins something. A rook. There is a time for benevolence and there is a time for ruthlessness. And when we play with the rooks, we are ruthless. When we play with the bishop, we are benevolent. And when we play with the knight, we are crazy. Maze Runner 2021. Hello Yash, what's up? Having a nice and interesting Arena Kings going on. This time also I have not prepared my second camera, by the way, guys. I know that you guys are very optimistic about me, but that's it's because you guys don't know me as well as I know myself, huh? And second camera is not prepared, but at least my phones are charged And that's not just because of Arena Kings, but because of all these rains and floods, You never know when you'll be stuck without an electricity for a week. Nihal is very shy to stream. Title Tuesday is kind of boring in general, so I hope that answers your question satisfiably. Come on, play faster. Do you want to get flagged? Where to learn openings in depth? My friend, not doing, I do promote stuff a lot, but here I seriously mean it. Chessable.
Hey, I'm kind of glad you didn't pick up. I kind of just called to hear your voice. I miss you. I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking about our love. And how much I miss you.
Should be careful not to allow such tactics. 494 takes because I wanted this knight on G4 and now we just I don't think that had quite the effect that I wanted it to. First of all, I was not even sure what effect I was going for. That's where the problem was, When you don't have clarity within, then externally also you don't reflect clarity. And here I'm not even sure if I'm having an advantage anymore. But let's keep bluffing. Let's keep pretending as if we do. That's in many occasions the truth is not what is important. The important thing is what the perception of people is. Now, once Tyrion Lannister and Lord Varys were having this conversation, about who the most powerful person is between a king and let me first win this game and then I'll speak my nonsense.
I can't hang up.
Priorities.
I don't want this to end. Not again. I don't know if you miss me too, but I hope you do.
Just keeping enough threats. Keep him scared. And also not having enough threats to immediately win. Right, 6 check. I didn't get anything, man. He defended well. Now he brings the other knight. Maybe in some situations accuracy also helps. It's not about speed all the time. But here it is in Arena Kings. He's under some clock pressure now. It will show. Let's see how long he survives. I'll check. It started King E4. Let's defend this. F5 rook E5. Very skillful and tenacious defense for him. Okay. F5 also has knight G5 check. Do you want to do just knight F5? Knight G4 check. Okay, this also has one. Finally, I think I will. Okay, finally resorting to flagging. I wanted to mate him properly, but I did play a bit slow in the game. Guys, do hit that like button and subscribe to the stream if you haven't. The channel. While I get busy with Hikaru. Not sure what I want here, but okay. Oh, a decent position out of opening. Now what do we want? Can play b5 and e6 or just knight e4. e5 I don't want to touch that pawn. Maybe not touch anything here either. Just wait. Knight e4. Thanks for super chat, Rahul Power. Let's certainly try. Takes, knight d2. Pretty unlikely he saw this. Say he takes knight c6, knight f1. Then my knight comes back. Should I insert bishop a3? Nah. Okay, so this is his pawn. Which I missed, to be honest. Let's say I go. I think I gotta go knight d6. I don't want to play with that weak pawn, but now he's just a pawn up. Can I go knight e4? Then he just takes on a fate. Okay, let's just wait. Very slow by me though. Good move strategically. But also I'm just unable to play fast and decent. Oh, now he just comes with his two rooks. Trying to get my own rook to the 7th rank, but I'm not on time. Rook at 7, okay. Nah, it's just lost. Yeah, I think I can just save some time here. It's just too slow though. Could I be any more slower? I don't think so. It's the end of another streak. Hey! Stupid mouse club. Not Bong Club. Okay, but it shouldn't be too expensive, I think, because White's not like White was raging with the initiative. Hikaru's just fast and plays decent moves. And against me in this game, I think he was properly focused this time. Last two times he was worse, and then he managed to flag me. This time I think he played with focus from the start. I shouldn't have allowed this. Okay, कोई नहीं. Night season has to be case. But okay, he can always go knight b5. Yeah, this is the unfortunate aspect of my strategy, and I have a pawn down. But I have the pair of bishops, and I blended my bishop. Okay, once again the cascading effect of my previous loss. Hikaru is in the lead. Okay, let's go. Play like the world champion. At least in the opening we can play like the world champion, yeah? Rest, it's not so easy. Good stuff, Zen Master. Thank you. I heard the same about Agnes as well. It's time to move into a new zone of speed. Come on, undefeated man, play faster or you will get flagged. It's not a bluff, which you will know if you watch my streams. I want to protect my bishop. Pawn I'll take next. G6 also I can play. D4 is very much under control. Attacking this and this. Bishop d5, what will I do? Bishop d7. Shouldn't have allowed this. Next. I lost a piece. Playing too fast. It's not for the uninitiated, people with less practice. Well, people with less practice of 3+0. Can't go bishop d8, so forced to take bishop d5. Just wait for now. Again, just wait for now. Again, just wait for now. E4 he just goes knight d4, unfortunately. But I think it might be still worth. Nah, it's not. Maybe it is. Yeah, put the king on g6 and then this would be under attack. And we'll defend it with bishop e3. Yeah? Okay, the more pawns that get traded, the closer we are to. I blended this pawn. There's no way for me to. This is of course not at all good. But this endgame, maybe there's some hope for me. Let's see. Now he just loses the tempo, yeah? Yeah. Now I have to lose this one. Okay. There's too much time. Back to outside the top 50s. I'm playing a cute puppy. Oh god. It's full on tilt. Basically started with that Hikaru game and now it has gotten to this point. Maybe I should slow down a bit. What's going on here? I mean, of course, apart from that, I'm being threatened to be checkmated. Bishop f1, I have bishop g4. Takes and knight d5, knight f4. This game is not going good either. Rook into f1, there was queen h2, king f1, there was knight h2, so I had to do this. And now maybe after knight f4, queen h6 check, queen d5 check, rook f8, then I don't know. I can go queen d5 and cd at the least. Okay, now also I have 25 video V6. So very tricky, no? It was a nice find by him. So today it's going to be a shorter stream than the previous stream was. This is my what, 4th loss in a row? He should have started with bishop f3. I guess this also just wins. Just it's a bit, yeah. 10 out of 19. Just getting rid of the bishop first before he gets on knight c3. That was not something that was good to miss. So what are we going to do now? Really not sure if that was advisable. Okay. If losers had a streak, then I would make a lot of points here. But it's only the wins. Undefeated man again. Good opening so far. Let's start with a better posture. That will help with the overall physiology. Slumping yourself against the wall is never helpful. Or the chair. Can I play queen f3 here just to keep the pressure? Go knight d7. And now I wait with d3 just to do some prophylaxis. This rook is part of the game now. Pressure is on here. Bishop f2. I'll just keep the queen here. This shouldn't. This goes both ways. It goes knight g6, queen c2, defending this. Next, I want to come knight f5 myself. Takes. Goes knight f4 and then I go knight e4. Knight f4 first, knight e2, knight g2, king g2. Okay, he takes my knight. This queen will go to. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there are always things we can control, yeah, even when everything seems to be going against us. Sometimes it takes a while to catch your breath, but we eventually get there. So it's never always going to be done. Why not? We'll take this for sure. At the least I have a lot of compensation for the exchange. Queen f6, knight g6. Should I start with f4? Bishop f4. Yeah. I could have done this after queen e6 check too. I just felt this was flashier. Okay, so that was a good win. Good way to break the streak. Exotic princess. Kind of play the same stuff all the time. I don't know why I went to the play. I don't have d5 now. No? So what's the point? Now I can take this, I thought. Maybe it's just nothing for me. I had some. Do I? No, I don't think so. Because he always has bishop f4 check. Okay, this doesn't make things any better. At least it was a quick loss though. Yeah, today's just not going to be an extended stream day, which is in a way a good thing. It was a story of two losses, one against Wonderful Time and one against Hikaru. Both very strong players, but after that loss against Hikaru, for some reason I felt this need to play faster, and really that led to a drop in my level of chess, which was a bit unnecessary because I had to stick to my strengths, and then I lost the flow completely. Literally stopped thinking after that game. Okay. Just a pretty basic trap. Of course, my opponent sees. Yeah, good move by him. If I take it, it's checkmate, so I cannot do that. I'll just wait. Avoiding queen trade. Just trying to delay the inevitable. Rook c6 advanced. It went pretty badly afterwards. One loss against Hikaru, it's just been reds. Actually 6 losses in a row. He destroyed my spirit. The start was pretty decent though, so that's something to take heart from. And I guess I just got a bit tired towards the end also. Okay, so it's not all gloomy stuff around here. There's going to be the Speed Chess Championship tomorrow with Nihal against Richard Rappo, and after a long time I'm going to be streaming Speed Chess Championship, and it will be me along with a co-commentator. who I'm not going to reveal right now. It's going to be a fun stream, and I can give you a clue. This co-commentator is basically responsible for AD not being on streams for a really long time. So you can, I think that pretty much gives it away who it might be. No, it's not his wife. There's only space for one Shri out here in the Srinath's channel. As welcoming as I am. Let's take this G4, let's go in G4. Should work. Vivo is smart. So is my opponent. Gotten that the exchange. And given me a bad time stretch. Peruvian guys are tricky in this time country. 93. This is lost. Why is no one thinking based on the clue? And Shika is like, the beast cannot be tamed. Only the beast tames himself. Apparently the beast can be tamed. At this point I'm wondering why I'm even keeping on going. But it can be useful research into the phenomenon of tilt. Look how it's getting worse and worse. Yeah, Nihal does have realistic chances of winning. Who in the world is responsible for him being off stream? Someone who we did not invite for his marriage. Blender this. Till this point I had chances. After this blender so when you're in a tilt you play fast and you play bad, you blender everything. And I'm just going to be a bit sadistic and not allow him to make that draw. Because that's what Arena Kings is all about. One of its synonyms is Flaggers Arena and another is Sadistic King. That's why it's welcome for everyone. Because people might find it. Why did it take that pawn? I don't know. It's such a stupid thing to do. Not the stupidest thing I've done in my life, of course, but it comes pretty close. Challenge it. He will take this pawn. I want to. I could have traded the queen, but no, I did not. Okay, next game. So at least he has a chance of finishing somewhere, you know. AG 16, 12. Maybe I'll defeat this guy. Amazing how low on energy I became in the second half though. I wonder if just my glucose levels dropped. No, it's not 12 losses in a row. I did break the streak once. And I think my brain kind of misinterpreted the message that Arena Kings is all about streaks. It was almost like giving an invalid command, you know. And it just took it the other way completely. So now we are stuck with this.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony until one day a young man catches fire. This
Now, the way the brain functions is also very similar to how the muscles function, and it gets tired. So, like, you know how when you have lifted weights and at some point you just can't do anymore, the same thing can also happen to the brain, which is what is happening to me right now. I seem to have triggered something which sent me off into a tilt, and usually the way out is to try and play a bit slowly at first, and the thing is I just kind of stopped caring after one point, since I don't have any since I did not have any prospects to qualify. But it's still quite lousy from me, and just as I got my piece back, I blended again. Fell into the one trap that I could possibly fall for. It's a bit lousy from me, and next Arena Kings, I should at least make sure that I play good chess. Which can actually be a solution to all the problems, you know. Okay. That was a good trap, and do those take this. 10 more minutes of Samay Reina is in the first spot. Again, I fell into that one trap of England, which is a very lousy opening by me. But even when you blender against the England, you still get a very nice push. That's how lousy the opening is. Ranks just a bit higher than the Stafford. But not by a whole lot either. Okay. I was supposed to trade my queens. I didn't want to. I know, right? Someone had to play 1b3. But the thing is, that's not what good chess players do. So I was not lucky to have that happen in the Arena Kings. I think my last win was against 1g3. Oh, am I losing this one as well? Okay, but this one I'll fight a bit. At least I'll try. But I'm losing a piece. It's not even like I'm an exchange down. So I don't think there's much to fight here. Amazing though, the kind of people I'm losing against. I never expected this to happen at the start of the stream. Okay, let's end this one and try to finish off with a win and end this Arena Kings. So I'll play with some focus. Pretty symmetrical position. Equal. Can take knight d4, but bishop with sun check. So I start with rook e8. Yeah, that was a good move. I could have taken bishop f3 previously. Okay, this one we gotta end with a win. Veldora, do I look like I'm in any position to teach anything to anyone right now? Except how not to play and what not to do. At this point, I can maybe explain biology better than chess. What is happening in my brain that led to this trigger of tilt? And how you can't just will yourself out of a slump sometimes. So during such moments, again, I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe when the amount of glucose reduces in your brain, then your brain stops functioning optimally. So that is one thing. And technically, the activity in the prefrontal cortex, it keeps going up and down. It doesn't stay at its peak all the time. So it all wildly varies, your heartbeat, your activity of the brain, the activity levels. It never goes like this. So it keeps going up and down and up and down. And sometimes when you're playing a long session of games, you just hit these lows automatically, like a cycle. So how to optimize that is something people are still working on, and I used to work on these things, but I have stopped. Okay, this is nasty from him, but this is good stuff by him. He's confident and he's trying to win, although he doesn't have a whole lot of time. Queen H5 check is annoying. 95 lose all these things. King E6 does Queen F5 check. This Queen D7 check is also a deadly threat now. Queen H5 check is really strong. 95 is a good one. I guess I just gotta go Rook G8, Queen H5, and King F8. Only way to survive. Queen H5, King F8, Queen H6, King E8. And then hope that he just doesn't have. Okay, Bishop E7, King G7, King F7, Queen F6, King E8. Just survive as long as we don't see mate in sight. Okay, he wants to draw. Come on. How can you... Dude, try and win this position, no? Why would you want to try and draw this? But yeah, he doesn't have a lot of time, so I understand. We'll try to win this. Now we start giving the checks. I did promise you guys that I would end with a win. And I believe in keeping my promises to the Janta. So yeah, we end with a win. Although it was so not how it should have looked. But I had to do it to keep my promise. So Jababa topping Ronak with the second place. Nice. I think this Arena Kings was stronger than the previous one though. Hikaru barely made it with 15 points. With 65 points at the 15th place. And probably a finish like the previous time would have made it for me. But again, Hikaru kind of stopped me in my way, and I couldn't keep going after that. So first, it started with this loss against Tregu. I won the first game, I lost the second one, then I had a nice streak going. I lost against Benjamin, then I beat Tregubo, and then I lost against Wonderful Time. It set off a bit of tilt. I lost the subsequent game, but then I kept winning. Then I started another streak, and then I came into Hikaru. Until this point, I was doing well. When I lost against Hikaru, again, I started trying to play really fast from the subsequent games because I was too slow against Hikaru, and that kind of set me off to try and accelerate, which was a mistake because until that time my pace was pretty okay. It was just that Hikaru was too fast, and then 5 losses in a row, a win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses in a row. Who says you can't improve? And then we finished off with a win. So all that ends well is well, and that's another week of Arena Kings. It was fun while it was going well. Towards the end, it really stopped being fun, to be honest, but it was still interesting and reminded me of certain things that I should probably pay attention to, and it was interesting overall. So all the best to Ronak for the knockouts and 34 points. Good thing about it is it's going to get better over the for the next Arena Kings for sure. It's hard to get worse than this. And I was looking for consolation of some GMs who wouldn't finish in the top 16, but I don't see many. There's Kamsky, but okay, Kamsky is not a great aficionado of this format of 3+0. Jigalko probably started late, and I end up with 116th place, 12 out of 30. So that was like 1 out of 14. And without that, I had a pretty decent score, like 10 out of 16, 10 out of 15. That was decent. 10 out of 16 after Hikaru's game. So probably it will be the Speed Chess Championship tomorrow, and then I'll be doing a Discord stream on one of the rest days, and then back to the Arena Kings. But next week it's definitely got to be better, and maybe I'll play the Title Tuesday from next week. Just to get some practice for the World Blitz and Rapid. So that's all for tonight. I'll get some well-deserved rest, and see you guys tomorrow. 8:30 is the match between Nihal against Rapport. At least that's what I remember. So see you guys tomorrow with my mystery co-commentator. And thank you all for sticking through. It was lovely being with you guys as always. And yeah, love you all. Thank you so much. Bye bye.